Hello, my name is Zelda Kelly. I'm with PsychicSecrets.com, and by popular request, I'm bringing to you what's up with this devil card. Now, many of you get really scared when you see this. You should not. It is in some ways been incorrectly labeled. This character here is considered a Baphomet, or in the French word, it is Baphomet. This Baphomet is part human and part animal. That's what a Baphomet is. It is the featured horn god, and it is a neo-pagan god. But it has been incorrectly labeled as the devil, although, believe me, it can really be illustrated in that way. So we're just going to go with it and just say this is the devil, this is the devil card. And we're going to pick this apart a little bit just in the next little short few minutes so you have a better understanding of this particular card. This Baphomet, or this devil card, is a key number 15. You see that right up there? It's the number 15. It has a blue-violet connotation to it. You can see that within the wings. The meaning of this particular card is the eye. And I can see where they pick that out, because look at those eyes. They're not very pleasant to look at, are they? The astrological sign associated with this card is the Capricorn. Now, don't be upset if you're Capricorn. It doesn't mean that you're a devil. It means that there are traits and energies within your sign that maybe correspond with this particular card and not with this devil. I'm going to hold my hand under this. This is an earthy element, and the musical note associated with this card, and yes, there are musical notes associated with each and every tarot card, is an A natural. There's a lot of attributes associated with this. Some are bondage, circles, limits, visions, whatever the case may be. But when you see this particular card, now putting Capricorn to the side, because I'm not describing a Capricorn element here. I'm describing this particular card. You can see, let's first of all take the tails on these humans. These are grapes, these are fire. This can mean that these are the earthly things that we have attached to us, meaning drunkenness, lust. So there's not a very good, pretty meaning about this card. Holding this fire torch downward is the opposite of having light. You see, having an open hand here means that, well, this is a particular, I'm going to say, the pose of this card. The hands are maybe hoping, saying everything is revealed. There's no mystery in life. That's really what this means. There's no mystery. This particular Baphomet is sitting on a black box that has tied these two characters together. Now, I'm going to say this. These two particular characters are very similar to the lovers in this lovers card. And you can see close by, this card emulates what the lovers have. See that? Have you ever noticed that before? We've got an angel with wings, we've got a Baphomet with wings, and we've got Adam and Eve represented there. But we're going to talk about this card some other time. So back to this fellow here. This head is an inverted triangle, along with this pentagram. Now, a lot of people get upset when they see this pentagram. And when the point is at the top, and the 2 points are on the bottom, when it's turned to where this point is the top, it can actually be a sign of protection against these sort of things. But unfortunately, it has a very negative connotation in many thoughts and beliefs, and it's really not that negative except when you see it in this position. This is basically of course, meaning the darker versions of occultism. It is the darker version of really what can be considered the truth. Because we all know that sometimes there's a darker version to the truth. This is not a very positive symbol. So that's what this means. This black box, we're going to go back to this black box with this Baphomet is sitting on. This black box bears this unreflected self, or the mystery of the unknown, and sometimes we chain ourselves to that. The deep, dark side of us that we need to bring out, that mystery of all mysteries. And this card can, in essence, in a reading, mean that maybe there is something that you've got to overcome. Maybe an addiction that you've got to overcome. Maybe there's something that you've got to work on. But there's one thing that I think is very important in this card. And you see the chain around these humans' necks. But it's not tight. They can actually slip this chain off over their head. And what does that mean? Sometimes we get chained to these things in life that aren't good for us willingly. Sometimes we get chained to this darker side willingly, and it takes nothing, hardly nothing, to come out of this. And many do. That's the big part of this. So basically it means that these two humans can escape this treachery, the addictions, the problems, the drama, at any time. Sometimes we don't want to, and that's what this card means. Sometimes we don't want to do that. So when you see this card in a meaning, in a card reading, it means that there's something that you definitely, or someone definitely, should be working on. It needs to be worked on, thought about, and even perhaps taken even a little step further. Could mean that you need, or someone needs, counseling. Whatever the case may be, it is a negative representation, and it can mean that mystery of that something somewhere deep inside that we hold, and maybe even we hold on as our truth. Now I have a couple of other cards here that I think that are very interesting. This card is from the Influence of the Angels deck, and we see this Baphomet having this pig-like head when this one is more of a goat. So I guess it wouldn't be a Baphomet, pardon me, to a certain extent, but you see the humans here, and this gentleman is looking up, looking for guidance and maybe even direction. That's different, isn't it? There's a snake entwined around their legs. I don't know about that one. But then this is the one I'm not so sure about. You see, this is part of the Tarot 3D deck. And you can see how this Baphomet moves, how this devil moves. Got still the same elements as this particular card here from the Universal Rider-Waite, but we've got some different things here. And I think even though it looks as though the same connotation, the same things are coming about, I want you to know with this particular card, I don't like it. I don't. And the reason I don't like it is because this really looks bad enough, but it's not so humanistic based on this one. And I've got to say that sometimes it's no wonder that the tarot gets such a bad rap, and it's no wonder that there's such a bad connotation sometimes about these cards. But believe me, my darlings, it's all in the interpretation. I wanted to share this with you today, and I don't want you to get scared the next time you see this, because it doesn't mean that there's a devil within. It just means that sometimes we get off track, and sometimes we need a little help unveiling that mystery that'll help to put us in a right place. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you. If you like this, please let me know in the comments, and if you'd like to know anything about another card, I'll bring it to you. I'm with PsychicSecrets.com, and you can find me on the internet and all social media as Psychic Zelda Kelly. Thanks again for watching, and of course, I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.